All right, welcome in everybody. We have entered the final day of Try Hack Me's Advent of Cyber. We are rounding it off with MQTT protocols, and we're going to see how this protocol works. Let's go ahead and jump right into the story. All right, we are on day 24, and the story reads, in Wareville, the townspeople started to frown. A problem with smart lights all over the town. Was SOC-mas ruined? The chances were zero, because this they knew, the glitch was their hero. Alright, it says, the city of Wareville is interested in smart lights and heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Oh, it was so easy to control the lights and it's so easy to control the lights and heating remotely. Following the recent incidents, though, McSkitty started monitoring these smart devices, the smart devices and their communication protocols. Not long after the lights and heating were up and running, Mayor Malware figured out how these devices were controlled and sabotaged them. Luckily, McSkitty was one step ahead and picked up the malicious commands that had been sent to them. Can you help McSkitty figure out which commands were sent? We can use our findings to update these devices and their configurations to save the day. All right, so our learning objectives for today are, we're going to learn the basics of the MQTT protocol. We're going to look at Wireshark and how we can use Wireshark to analyze this protocol. And then we're going to reverse engineer a simple network protocol. So how smart is smart? Smart devices make our lives easy. We no longer physically need to move and turn on an actual physical switch to control them. With smart HVAC systems, we can maintain the temperature of our homes and ensure that they are not too cold or not too hot when it comes from outside. Smart vacuum cleaners can clean our house while we work on other things or go throughout. Smart vacuums can clean our house while we work on other things or go out for dinner. Okay. Yeah, mixed up there. All right, many smart devices come with apps that allow us to control them with our mobile phones. Even better, since these devices can be controlled remotely through these applications and these interfaces connected to the internet, we can make their designs more minimalistic and aesthetic independent. And the need for adding switches to the controls and the devices is also minimized as well. So, is it really smart? Whoop. While they make our lives easier, most smart devices need a network connection to provide connectivity to the user. Most smart devices are connected over the internet, hence the terms IoT or Internet of Things, which, of course, is a point of security. Which from the point of security means that one can potentially take control of these devices. We can limit the exposure of these devices by adding security controls such as a network isolation and authentication mechanisms. Still, if we fail to do so, the results could be catastrophic. However, the most secure system is a system that is shut down, but that does not matter, and that does not deter us from using different systems to help us in our daily lives. And the same should be the case with smart devices. Instead, we can ensure that we understand how these devices work and that they have adequate security set up for them. All right, now we're going to talk about the language of the IoT devices. Although different IoT devices and smart devices use various different programming languages like C++ or Java, they all have one system that they use to communicate. They need a language like HTTP or MQTT to talk with the devices or the systems themselves. So, what is MQTT? So, MQTT stands for Message Queuing Telemetry Transport. And basically what that is it's a broker that takes all these messages in, figures them all out, and then sends them back out. It's a language that is commonly used in IoT devices for communication purposes. It works on a publish-subscribe model. where the client device can publish messages and other client devices can subscribe to these messages if they are related to a topic of interest. An MQTT broker connects the different clients publishing and subscribing messages. So we have a little image here, and if you guys have been in my streams before, you know that we can turn on the lights and we can flip these lights on and off just by you guys putting stuff into chat. So like if I put in I think it's Christmas, if I put !Christmas in chat, then we see the lights go off in the back. That's using MQTT. So that's actually using the protocol over, basically you guys are sending it to a messaging queue. That messaging queue then sends that out and connects to actually the broker of the lights. And all these lights are subscribed. So these lights say, hey, I'm part of this room. You let me know when I need to turn off and when I need to turn on, what color I need to be, what color I don't need to be, and so forth. That's what MQTT is doing. So on here they talk about temperatures. So that we got temperature sensors, we have lights. In this case, they're talking about HVAC. So, you know, is the moisture in the air too hot, too high or too low? Are the valves open? So forth. Let's see, to further understand MQTT, let's explore some key concepts of the MQTT protocol. So you've got clients, brokers, and topics. So the MQTT clients are the actual devices themselves. So the lights that are sitting back here, right? That light right there, that's sitting back there. Oh, there it goes. It's going off right now. That light sitting back there, that's the actual device in itself. So the sensors and the controllers that publish or subscribe to the messages using the MQTT protocol. For example, a temperature sensor, it can be a client that publishes the temperature sensors at different places. An HVAC controller can also act as a client that subscribes to the messages from these temperature sensors and then turns the system on or off, right? Depending on what message is being sent over. So we've got an MQTT broker. Now, what does a broker do? The broker actually receives those messages from the publishing client. So it's going to receive those messages from the IoT devices and say, hey, the temperature is 50 degrees. We need it to actually be 72. And then the broker is going to act on that, right? So the broker receives the messages from the publishing clients, distributes them to the subscribing clients based on whatever preferences are. Now we've got another thing that's called the topics. So the topics are used to classify the different types of messages. Clients can subscribe to messages based on their topics of interest. For example, a temperature sensor sending a temperature reading can use the topic of room temperature, while an HVAC controller would subscribe to the message under the topic of room temperature. However, a light sensor can publish messages with the topic of light readings or on, right? The HVAC controller does not need to subscribe to those topics. It doesn't care about whether the lights are on. It just wants to know the temperature. On the other hand, a light controller would subscribe to the light readings, but not to the topic of the room temperature. That makes sense. All right, so I've already gone ahead and started the box. We're all set up. Alternatively, we can use VNC client. We're not going to use VNC client on this one. We're just going to jump on the not the attack box, but the VM today and go through, because everything's on there, and make it nice and easy. This is actually going to be a pretty quick walkthrough. So what we're going to do, we have a demonstration. Try Hack Me set up a box. The box has the MQTT information in there. We're going to get in that box. We're going to load a sensor up. We're going to look at the protocols. We're going to use Wireshark to look at those protocols to understand what's going back and forth, so we can use Wireshark to actually see the messages that are being sent, and so that way we can understand them. Let's see. As we discussed, different IoT communications with each other using MQTT, a network protocol. Therefore, we must monitor the network communications to see what's going on. So there we go. They're going to say open up Wireshark. The screenshot below shows the traffic, so we'll see the traffic here in a minute. Since we only want to see traffic from MQTT, we'll of course filter out the MQTT protocol. There'll be no traffic. Yeah, of course there's not going to be any traffic to start off with. So it says, let's go ahead and run the walkthrough.sh script. So it's going to run a script. Once we run the script, 3 windows will pop up. The window in red is going to be the MQTT broker. The one in blue is going to be the client. And then the third one will be the application. We can look at all the logs on each of these windows if we like, but as an end user, we really only want to react with our application. So there's our application. Currently, the application is in automatic mode. The heater is off. The target temperature is 22 degrees, and the current temperature is 22.3 degrees. Let's head over to Wireshark and see if we can find communications. The below screenshot, so there's going to be the screenshot. We'll look at all those. All right, so let's kind of scroll through here. I think this is just looking at everything. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over to the box and take a look. Let's see where we're at right now. And this is going to be in the desktop, so what's up, Brandon Maverick? Brent B in the house. Yeah, there's no logs today, so today's the last one. We're wrapping it up today. So we got our desktop, and then what else we have on this desktop? We want to go to the MQTT. We'll do this, and I think we need to go into the walkthrough, so let's do walkthrough. We'll clear that out, and then if we do tree here, all we've got is the HVAC and the walkthrough, so let's clear that out. We're trying to keep this nice and clean, and then we've got the walkthrough.sh, so we'll go ahead and run that and start it. So we've got that running. Now we need to go ahead and start up Wireshark. Let's move this over here. Put that right there by me. And then let's drop these two down. We don't need to see those. Let's open up Wireshark. And when we open up Wireshark, you want to choose any. You want to choose any as your Ethernet device or as your connection. And now we're going to start seeing messages flow through here. But as you see, we've got VNC, we have TCP IP, or we have TCP messages. All we want is the MQTT. So we got MQTT. We just want to see MQTT messages. And there we go. So you can see in here, we've got MQTT messages running. And if we click on here, we'll see it's in automated mode, right? So we see that the heater is turned on, it's turned off. The temperature, so we see that the temperature is being published. We see home temperature 21.07. So because it's got that, now we're going to see that the heater has turned on, right? So heater on, and we can see the on message is 6F6E, right? In fact, hey Rondo, welcome in. So we see the on message is 6F6E, and that's going to be something we need to pay attention to, right? Because if we know that 6F6E means on, because that's hex for on, so now we've got that in our head. We know 6F6E is on. Let's go ahead and see this. That's just adding temperature again. And then we see 6F6666 is off, right? So now we know those messages are on and those messages are off. We can just see those going back and forth. So we can understand here that you can see back and forth, right? The communication. We've got the published message. Send this message over. Tell them that this is what the temperature is. And what is the temperature? The temperature is 22, and we've got it set to 22.0. So we need to turn the heater on, or we need to turn the heater off. So right now, we're not hot enough, or we're not cold enough. And in this instance, we were too hot. So let's turn it off so it turns it off. stays in the off position. Then it gets down to 21, 21. And we're at 22. And by going through these, we can actually, we see, oh, now, so right up here, what was our temperature? 21.0. So 21.0 means it's too cold. So we need to go back up to 21, or we need to go back up to 22. So we got to turn the heater back on, and then we've got the on button. So let's go ahead and stop this. So we understand that's our walkthrough, right? That's how we're going to be able to decipher what's going on here. So let's go ahead. We've stopped that. Well, let's close this out. And let's get back in here. And then now let's check out our challenge. So CD challenge. Let's go back and read where we're at. All right. In the lower pane, we can see that it is publishing the temperature of negative, well, theirs was -9. Which is very cold. Therefore, we see a message where the heater turns itself on. We weren't that low, but we see the message where it was turned on and turned off and turned on. So we see the heater's on, and we can see in hex what that is, and then the on message. Hey, Marion Albright. So the illustration below shows the communication. So we have the temperature sensor, and it published 22 degrees. The MQTT broker was like, "Hey, it's 22 degrees." The heat controller, we need to turn it off. Boom, turn it off. But then when it got below 22, then it said, oh, wait, turn it back on, right? So before proceeding to the challenge, quit all HVAC controller descriptions, use Control-C for the window. Let's make sure everything is... Pretty sure everything's turned off. Let's close this out. All right. So now we're on our challenge. Great news, everybody. Now that we understand what MQTT is, the publish and subscribe model, and how it works with the broker, McSkitty can use our help. The lights have gone off in all major factories and halls. Mayor Malware has sabotaged the lighting system implemented by a contractor company. Their support will take some time to respond, as it is the holiday season, but McSkitty needs those lights on right now. So, how can we help them get that on? To see what Mayor Malware has done, we can run the script challenge.sh, and shown below. This will open 3 windows, including the lights controller interface. We can see the lights controller interface, however, nothing works. All right, let's see this. So, let's do challenge. Oop. So we got our brokers running. All right, now we see that we've got our controller up. So here's our controller. It's a little bit smaller than the last one. And we try to switch these on. We're not getting anything. Nothing is turning on. Move this over here. Make sure it's not in our way. Make sure I'm not covering it. In fact, I'll move myself down. All right. So we've got our lights on. So now what do we need to do? We can see the light interface. However, nothing's working and there's no way to turn the lights on. Fantastic. Now that we have a basic knowledge of MQTT protocol, we must find the command to turn the lights back on. The challenge pcap file is inside the challenge directory. Okay, so we've got a pcap file, so let's check that out. Let's go ahead. We can open the challenge folder, double click on the pcap file, and it'll open it up in, there we go. All right, once again, we've got a ton of stuff in here, so we want to use MQTT to filter everything. Let's go ahead and filter. That way we only see those MQTT, so there we go. Command. We see the connection right here. We see acknowledgements. We see subscribers. Not sure. Looks like there's a subscriber account on there. Got that subscriber number. Okay, this packet capture contains various MQTT protocol messages related to turning the lights on and off. So let's start Wireshark, open this up. So we've done that. You plan on to publish a message to the MQTT broker in order to turn the lights on. As a result, all the lighting devices subscribed to the MQTT broker will then turn their lights on. You can achieve this by using the command line using Mosquito Pub or Mosquito. It's a MQTT application we can use to send information over. But consider the following example: Mosquito Pub, and then the host, so local host, T topic, and M message. So remember what we talked about in the very beginning of this. We've got subscribers, we've got clients, and we've got topics. So what we need to do is we need to find out what the topic is. And if we can find out what the topic is to turn something on, then we'll know that's the topic we need to use, and then the message we send is on, and it should turn on. All right, so let's do now. Now's going to be the fun part. Remember, in the first part when we went through this, we were looking and we saw the on. We saw somewhere in there that there was an on piece to it that was 6E, 6FEE. What was that? I forget what we remembered. Let's look and see. Let's see if we can't find. So we see a published message right here, right? And there's that 6F, 6E. And you can see right there it says on, ON. So we know that that right there turns something on. And we can see a subscriber message. This is the published message, or this is the message that was published, and this is going to be your subscriber in here. See how you've got the topic in this header? I wish this, you know what? Can we? I wish it was side by side. I think I messed this up. Or this specific one. Usually I have them side by side. Okay, so here we have our actual packets in our frames. And here's our message. So here's the telemetry message. So MQTT protocol. And then our message in here. So this is our message length, our message topic. Or our topic length. And then the topic itself. So we need to use this topic right here. We need to say, hey, I need this topic. So let's copy this topic here. I just want to copy the value. In fact, I'm going to... Let's see, can I put... There we go. So let's take that topic and dump it into here. That's our topic that we believe. And then we need to use Mosquito, right? So let's go back over here and let's copy what they have in here. This is our message, Mosquito Pub. Let's copy this. And let's put this in our file here. So we got Mosquito. And then our topic is going to be... Oh, our message is going to be on. So let's back this out. So we're going to do D2FY ZXZ. Oh, and all need to be tall. ZXZ. We're going to do PBGXL. Oh. Y2 HYA. This is long. XN 0 lowercase b WF ZB GL NAHRZ. Okay. And then we're going to say message. I believe that's it. Make sure I got syntax right. M equals message, and our message is going to be on. That's what we should be able to send. Let's copy that. Let's exit out. No. All right. So now we should be able to do this. And we should be able to turn, let's see if it turns it on. Boom! There we go. So now we see our lights have been turned on with our message. Where did my mouse go? There it is. So now we can see right here, that's our new message. We've actually been able to turn the lights on by using it. Even though the controller itself doesn't work, because we've had previous packets, we knew what the on message meant, right? We knew that if we looked in our traffic, if we looked in here and saw 6F6E, that we knew that that was an on message. Now at that point, now all we were doing was, how do we know which topic is which one, right? So at that point, we can start turning these messages on. We've turned it on, and now we've got the try hack me light on, or light. Lights on day saved. Let's see if we can, let me slide this over here. I'll put that over there in the corner because we're gonna, let me go to a split screen. And let's see if we can type this in. And then guess what, guys? This is the end of Try Hack Me's Advent of Cyber. We've done it. We've done the whole thing. So we have THM and then our LIG75-DA54 BED saved. Boom. Uh-oh. I said boom too fast. LIGH. Oh, I didn't put on. Jeez. Let me redo this. On. Boom. There we go. Perfect. All right, if you enjoyed this task, feel free to check out Wireshark modules. So we've done a lot of Wireshark. The last week or so, we've done a lot of Wireshark. We do have the end of this. Our story concludes how the glitch saved SOC-mas. At the SOC-mas celebrations, Mayor Malware took the stage, ready to claim victory. Stop! McSkitty yelled. Before you celebrate, the real threat is Mayor Malware. In fact, let's exit this screen so we can get the whole effect here. The real threat is Mayor Malware, and Mayor Malware takes off and running. Glitch and McSkitty stand there. The town was shocked to learn the truth. Mayor Malware fled in disgrace. Glitch was hailed a hero. His true intentions finally understood. SOC-mas continued stronger and more secure, with Warville united against any threat. As Glitch and McSkitty are nearing the town square of Warville on SOC-mas night, they hear Mayor Malware's voice booming in the air. And now, thanks to me, SOC-mas was finally saved. I'm honored to accept the Patchmeister Award of the Year. They speed up and run up to stage. Stop, yells McSkitty. Glitch is innocent. The mayor tried to sabotage SOC-mas for the entire month. All the wars stared in shock as Glitch stepped onto the stage, takes the microphone, and starts listing all of the hacks and attempts to sabotage they discovered with McSkitty. The evidence is overwhelming, and the town square erupts in shouts. All the different Warville families demanding the mayor's resignation. McSkitty looks around. Mayor Malware is nowhere to be found. She turns around only to see him running away, a dot of blue fur outside of the outside of the town at this point. What do we do about that? Award, asks Software. Every SOC-mas needs a Patchmeister. All wars turn to Glitch, realizing they have him to thank for the celebrations this year. Without more words spoken, they all pass the Patchmeister emblem to McSkitty, who puts it around Glitch's neck. SOC-mas festivities are now ready to begin. Yay! Alright, awesome. So it's all finished, and it says, welcome to the last task. I think the last task is just opening up a survey to get, to get a flag. So I'll do that offline. Go through everything. All right, awesome. I hope everybody has a great Christmas Eve and a Christmas Day. I am about to go get ready to go do family stuff for the rest of the day, have some fun with the family, hang out, and then have another fun day with the family tomorrow for Christmas Day. I hope, like I said before, hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will see you guys on the Daily Cyber Threat Brief in the morning. I don't know if I'll be doing any more streams soon, but I am off for a while, so I will probably get something together and do some more streams. We may even do a music stream at some point at the end of the week or something along those lines. But hopefully everybody has a great day and a great day tomorrow as well. I will see everybody soon. With that said, I hope everybody has a great day. For about the fourth time I've said that. And as always, stay secure.